Hello and welcome, it's Matt Finnegan here. You're watching a Soccer Insight betting preview brought to you by betting-insight.com, and it's the big game of the weekend. It's the Manchester derby. City host their near neighbours United, the champions, on the way to the Etihad, and we rate the champions at 3.35 on our index, City at 2.35 with a draw at 365. Now, form that normally goes out the window in derby matches, but I think the significant point here is that neither team are really setting the world alight in the Premier League so far. Just 4 points out of the last 9 points for either team is not really the form of sort of champions, but this is an opportunity, I feel, for one of the teams to lay down a marker for the Premier League title. And it could be a fascinating game. I'll just quickly look through the head-to-head, but I'm not so sure. As you go back through the sort of seasons, I think you probably really should sort of condense it over the last 2 or 3 seasons. Really, United had the upper hand quite a while ago, and they were winning by just that 1-0. So that's sort of bearing in mind. If you fancy United. It could be sort of close game. Are they going to win by more than 1 goal? But the head-to-head, probably doesn't really have any sort of significance in where this match is going to go this weekend. Let's just have a look at the exchange prices of this, where you can see that we took this screenshot on Thursday, and the prices are subject to change. City are 2.28 to back, 2.3 to lay. That could move. United are the value here, 3.65 to back. That's better than sort of our tissue price. The draw slightly underneath at 3.45, but not too far away on how we've priced up the game. That's on the exchanges currently. Yes, it could be subject to change. City may sort of move out, if United are to sort of come in. So it's a good sort of benchmark. This snapshot was taken on the Thursday. So what are our options if you fancy either team to win? Let's have a look at Man City at the moment, and they're just a bit shorter than the OP index, and the bookmakers do have them ranging between sort of 210 and 220, so they're really offering no value to take all 3 points. So you keep an eye on those, because those prices could move out, and if they do, it may move out on the exchanges, and then you could be in a situation where you are getting fair value for a City win if you think that's going to happen. Now, price ramping, one of the options you could be is backing them to win to nil, and that pushes it up to 3.4, almost a 5-2 shot, and they're keeping the defence very tight. United not been sort of scoring goals in any abundance really, and that could be an option. It could be first goal winner in this game, and if you fancy City to get it, 3.4, yes, it is a brave option, but it certainly is an option to consider. Another one is the winning margin option, and backing them to win by that 1 goal, and what you're saying there is United are not going to win by City are not going to win by 2 or more goals. United are not going to lose by 2 or more goals. That's a 3-1, 4.0, so that ramps it up even more than the win to nil. And 1 to 2 goals, that is going to pay roughly around 6-4, 2.5 at best prices. You're going to get that, and that is better than what's on offer. So that is an option if you think City are going to win, and what you're saying there is they're not going to win by 3 goals. I'll cover the winning margins in a bit more detail later in this programme. United win or result? Well, basically at the moment, with the exchanges slightly under our index price, is Man City. You could consider laying them on the exchanges at that 230. You're getting 177. City don't win. That's not a bad price. Bet Victor, they offer the best price at 8-11, 173 in the double chance market. So that's always you benchmark, is that double chance market on taking a team on lane, is use that, then use the exchanges to see where that value is. The Asian handicap, that's also another option in this game for United, and the above prices, they should be a benchmark in United plus 0.5 goals in Asian handicap market. Okay, so look for that 173, 175, 177. If you can get above that, then you're getting fair value, and it is a better option than actually sort of laying them. Could be sort of getting involved in that Asian handicap market. Finally, winning margin option, 1 goal, okay, is 5.75. It really ramps the price up, and considering all 4 victories in the last 7 seasons that United have gained have been by that 1 goal. I think it was 3-2 I think last season, so that is certainly an option to sort of consider. Dutching 1 or 2 goals, that's going to give you a similar sort of price to what you're getting on the exchanges in the match odds. So you wouldn't really go down that route of 1 or 2 goals. You'd probably just, if you think them to win, you're getting value anyway, just take them in the match odds. So let's have a quick look at the winning margins, and like I say, I've almost ruled out United in this, unless that 5.75, that's really ramping it up for a 1 goal winning margin. You can see Dutching City 1, 2, 3, that's really dropping the price, so that is not an option there. 2.48, like I say, 1 or 2 goals is probably the best option here if you think that City will win the game. I can't see United losing by 3 goals, so if you do think City to win, certainly consider that. We'll have a quick look at the unders and overs, and basically it's either end of the scale here. The value is on under 1.5 goals and over 4.5 goals, sitting there at 2.5 and 3.5 goals. Those markets are pretty much around our sort of tissue prices. Yes, you've got the overround that the bookmakers are making, and that's why there's a slight difference in there, but there's no real value. It's pretty much on sort of par there. So if you do sort of fancy overs, certainly 2.5, maybe watch the first 5 or 10 minutes of the game, see how that's sort of panning out. The market's moving in your favour and you'll get a bigger price, and there's not that many goals scored early on, so just bear that in mind, that could be an option there. And finally, on to the in-play stats, okay, and basically matches 0-0 at 25 minutes, 56.72% chance of a goal before half time. That's these teams over the last 5 years, not head to head here. It's profiled over a number of games. That's what it produces. It's a 56.72% chance of a goal happening in that final 20 minutes before half time. So that's a high percentage, and that should be odds on that you're backing. The chances are that you're roughly going to be around about even money, so you could get some value out there. Again, you're watching the game, and these are in play stats that could help you make decisions during the actual action. If this game, there's a 78.33% chance of a goal being scored 25 minutes to 70 minutes, so that's huge. That's a huge time span there of 45 minutes. It's basically 4 in 5 games will produce a goal between these two teams in this similar sort of profile, and that produces a goal. So but if it happens, it's a 3 in 4 chance, 76%. There'll be another goal, there'll be 2 goals, and that can help you decision making. Certainly watching the game, the probability is a little bit in your favour in that, and you can sort of make that call. And finally, it's a 65% chance the last goal of the match coming after 65 minutes. So you've got to be backing at 1.54 or above. That is the line in the sand, 1.54. That is the break-even price. And if it's above that, so if it's 1-0, you're looking at over 1.5 goals. If it's 1-0, you're looking at over 2.5 goals around that time. Again, just a few in-place stats to help you on your way when watching this game. So that's it from me. I hope you found this preview useful. If you want a more in-depth analysis, then head over to the blog at betting-insight.com, and you can see a full market analysis covering more markets than I've had time for in this. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. Good luck with all your bets, and bye for now.